Okay. Um, Now I'm going to look at basically an overview of magic as I understand it. Um, Most people see magic as left hand, right hand path, black, white, gray. It's we Magic is a rainbow of colors. I first learned about the idea from Isaac Bonewitz, and his I think his book Real Magic gets into it. But then at the Gray School, the only black magic you get at the Gray School is white magic. At the Gray School, white magic is ceremonial magic, and black magic is defense against the dark arts. So magic actually is in vivid colors. It's not monochromatic black, white, gray. It's red, it's purple, there's pink, and it's just I see it categorized by color for energy and intention, and then the underlying intention, is this done to benefit someone or to cause harm? Because you can do something destructive. Say you're doing a spell of healing to help someone get over cancer. Well, technically, that's a destructive spell. And maybe, but then on the other hand, you might be trying to bless somebody, but you think you're blessing them in a way, you're doing it very specifically because you believe they'll like it. It turns out you're forcing them into doing something that wasn't really what they wanted to do. It just, there's you need more nuances than you get with the black, white, and gray. So, and this is material from the Gray School. I lasted, I think, I think I almost was done with my first level, and I'd started some of my second level classes because I decided I wanted a rainbow minor, and I wanted a defense against the dark arts major. Well, then I had to drop out because um, Dad had died, but Mother was in assisted living, and I was trying to get a wizard's career going that didn't work too well. And forgive me, I feel like I'm going to sneeze soon. Uh, anyway, this is how the colors are seen at the Gray School of Wizardry. Aqua, the color aqua, is for meditation and the psychic arts. Black is sort of threefold. It's for sorcery, which is basically practical magic, creatures of the night, which isn't just cryptozoology, but any cool, creepy, gothic, crawly thing, and defense against the dark arts. I was privileged to be in the Defense Against the Dark Arts Club briefly. Matter of fact, I think they let me be president, and we had some interesting challenges. Blue healing. I was in the healers tea room, the healers club too, and came up with some. I can't remember if I was president on that, but I came up with some things to contribute to the healers group. Brown is beast and animals, and I'm. It's interesting. Let's see, Radagast the Brown. If you look at Lord of the Rings, Radagast the Brown is also in brown. Clear is Mathemagics, and the only math class I ever got an A in was Mathemagics 101. Gold is magical practices and tool makings and crafts. Green is wart cunning, herbalism. Gray is lore, history. Indigo is your basic wizardry. Um, Orange is actually fun, but it's stage magic, illusions, and performances such as bardcraft. Uh, I'm not very good at the illusion stuff, but I do have some skill in. I've got some training in overtoning and some like that. Now, pink is relationships. Red is alchemy and technology. Silver is nature studies and natural magic. Violet is cosmology, studying the stars and stuff. White is ceremonial magic, and yellow is divination. So this is how I see magic as divided. It's all these different colors. Then how is it used? What's the intention behind it? You can, before I go on, there's another way to look at magic. There's different types of magic. Ritual magic, and I put some of the pagans in, but ritual magic is magic when you use tools and do ritual. You have your swords, you've got your staff, you've got your pentacle and your blade and your wand and your chalice, and you do a formal ritual. It could be as simple as just a very basic ritual, or it could be a very complicated week-long ceremonial magic ritual that has to be done every 3 months the same way, etc. That's ritual magic. There's mind magic. It's basically, and Catherine Kurtz and Aleister Crowley both implied, and I think some of the other authors did too, that when you get good enough at magic, you don't need the tools. You do it in your mind. But Murray Hope out of England has written some books, and it sounds like very much she's a mind magic practitioner. She will go somewhere, and if there's a riot starting, she will just quietly stand and center herself, and she will bring down the energies of Jupiter to help dispel the riot. Or so, and she does it in her mind. She doesn't have to. She doesn't even imagine. I draw a circle. I use my staff. She just immediately does mind magic, and a lot of people are good at that. A lot of people find ritual boring. I find ritual wonderful because it gives me a focus and it gives me tangible things to get my senses involved. But a lot of people, ritual is boring. And so, just let them sit and meditate, visualize, and bingo, they got it. Then there's something called cytronics. And there's a lot of Tesla technology worked in here. And excuse me, but I wish I'd sneeze and get it over with. Cytronics, I think, is something where you mix your mind magic. You use your mind. You might use your own personal energies too, but you use a lot of crystal and sort of Tesla technology. Then there's another form that's known as kitchen witchery, and I see it's sort of like eclectic magic and chaos magic. The biggest difference between the two, as I understand it, is chaos magic believes that there's no fundamental purpose to the universe, where kitchen witchery, eclectic magic, still believes that there's some divine type purpose or programming or something. I think there's another one. There's the folk magic. There's the shamanic practices around the world. There's the folk practitioners. That's another. They also tend, the earth magic gets in there too. So those are different forms. So when you're looking at magic, you're not just looking at color, but you're looking at framework. You might discover, like I know a family, very wonderful family. The young daughter's very witchy and spontaneous. Yet I believe that in order for the whole family to work together, the parents might be better at doing the ritual. But they still have enough overlap that when they're all trained, they may be coming from two different forms, but they're all still doing magic and they can still talk about similar things and they can share it. So it's, in ways, it's wonderful. This has just been mostly a brief introduction to what I see, and I see it in colors. I can see somebody trying to do, and I'll slip and say something like white magic or dark magic, but it's more, I'm working very hard to catch it, because dark magic doesn't have to be bad. We need the night like we need the sun. If the sun never stopped shining, our plants, we never have a break. We couldn't sleep. Our biorhythms would get whacked off. The plants would never have a chance to cool down, stuff like, too much light's as bad as too much dark on our level we're at now. So, hope you enjoy.